Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel RK Data Labs. Today we are going to cover a new series in Linux. In Linux, we are going to cover most important basic commands that can be used across, in our day-to-day activities. So Linux is one beautiful operating system where it is widely used in multiple technologies like, in big data, cloud, machine learning, data analytics, etc. So now what we are going to see only basic commands and its usages in a prompt. Let's go. So there is a document already I have drafted. So if you see here, there are a couple of commands which are being used here. So I'm just going to use one by one and what is its usage. Okay. So now with this, I'm going to create one new directory. Let's keep the directory name as AWS test. Okay. So you want to use a command called mkdir to create one new directory. Okay. So mkdir will make you a create directory. So how to list the folders and files? You can still use one command called ls. Okay. If you want to list it in a line, you can put over here. So this is the folder which we got created, and if you see at the left side of your window, okay, you can have this D in the sense it is a directory. If there is no D here, it will show as hyphen, then it is file. Okay, so how do I remove this directory? Just simply if I still go here and I can see the directory which I got created will never be exist. Okay, so simple. So if you want to clear the screen, just put clear and then you will be prompted to clear all the screen level information which is typed by you. Okay, now if you want to see which working directory you are currently into, put pwd, which is nothing but present working directory. Okay, you are into home ec2 user. ec2 user is a folder name. Okay, if you want to still move to another user, let's say this is a user, ec2 user is a user. Okay, if you want to still navigate to root user, you can still put sudo. So that will prompt you to move to a new user called root. As you know, root is the most advanced user which will have all the relevant administration related activities and access as well. Okay, so root user is a most important user access which is given in the Linux file system to have all the operations ready. Okay, now if I want to exit to the root user and switch back to the ec2 user, just click exit and then you will be moved on to ec2 user. Okay, yes. So now we have seen couple of commands. If you want to switch to another directory, let's say I'm just created a you have created a new directory called AWS test. If you want to navigate to that AWS test, cd change directory. Okay, you are now into AWS test. This indicates that which directory you are currently into, and you don't have any files inside AWS test. That's why it is showing as 0. Now if you want to create a file inside AWS test, what should you do? Touch, let's say test AWS txt. Okay, it will create a file with 0 bytes. Now we are now able to see there is a file called test aws.txt with 0 bytes. Okay, this is very simple. If you want to edit this file, so how do you do it? Let's put vi. If you enter, you will be prompted to have an editor mode. Okay, now what you should do, you should click on I. That will tells you to insert some data. Let's say hi Rajesh. Okay, I'm going to save this. So press escape colon WQ and then exclamatory. If you don't want to save all your changes, instead of WQ only give Q exclamatory. Now if I want to view this file, I'm just going to have my command called cat test aws.txt. You will be seeing my text whichever edited in this text file. Simple, right? Yes. If you want to print your some text, let's say, you can use this command called echo. Echo is nothing but it will print out all your contents whichever you are giving in the second argument. Okay, I'm just clearing my screen. Now you have seen like couple of things: cd, make directory, rm. Rm is nothing but removing your file. Let's say I want to remove this file. You have the text file, so I am going to remove this file. Simply you don't have any files here because you have cleared all your files. Okay, and some of the basic commands, if you want to see what is the version of Linux that you use, you can give uname. If you want to still go ahead with some other information, you can give with -ar. You can see couple of information related to what is the distributor and what is the architecture that you use. Okay, instead of uname you can use uname -ar. And if you want to specifically see what is the release level details, you can still go ahead and see this using this command cat/etc/star release. Okay, it will tell you like all the distributor related information and what is the Linux flavor that you are currently using into. Okay, history is one of the command where you can see what are all the commands that you have used in your past. Okay, this is one command. Just you can give like history, that's enough. Put time, it will show you like what is the time that you are using. If you put date, it will show you like what is the current date you're using. And if you put cal, it will show you the calendar which is there in the Linux file system. Okay, so these are basic commands which is being present in the Linux file system itself. And if you want to see a particular word in a document, okay, let's say I'm just going to create a file. Okay, hi Rajesh. Okay, I'm going to save this file and I want to see if this word is present in the text.txt. Okay, how should I do? Just use this command called grep and then what is the pattern that you are going to search and in which file you are going to see. Now I'm able to see Rajesh is the word which I have grepped into test.txt. Okay, so grep is one most useful command used in Linux, even in shell scripting as well. So that's very important. It will show you like this command, what is the disk free in your Linux file system. Df is nothing but disk file. Okay, in terms of you want to show like MB and gigabytes, you can still use df-h. H is the pattern where it will print you in a readable printable manner. Okay, if you still want to download any file, let's say I have already downloaded a file. Let's say I'm just going to use this command. Okay, you can still use this command called wget. Wget is nothing but it is a command used for downloading any files from internet. Okay, if I just click it, you will be able to see a file called file.zip. Okay, now how do I see? Just click on here. Okay, okay, there is a file called file.zip which is present in EC2 user. Okay, now how do I change my permissions for a file? Let's say for this file my permissions are very simple, right? So if I want to change, like in terms of having and giving access to all the people, I can still use chmod 777 file.zip. Now if you see both this one and this one, this will tell you like it will have read, W indicates write, X indicates execute. Okay, so there is a combination of pattern where we are able to see R indicates read, W indicates write, X indicates execute. So basically, owner of the file can be able to access the file or folder, or the group where the file got created can be able to access using this R, W and X, and finally all the people other than the owner and the group can be able to access. Okay, so these are important commands which are basically used in our day-to-day daily usage in Linux file systems. So how do you add your user? You can just still give add user. Okay, Rajesh is already exist, so what I'm going to use, Rajesh test. Okay, it simply created one group. I mean, it just simply created a user called Rajesh test. So how do I verify it? Cat slash etc slash passwd. Okay, it will tells you like at the end what is the username that you have got created. If I want to still delete the user, you can still del user. It is not del user, it is user del. If you want to delete a user, so if you prompted to have the permission denied, simply put sudo. You don't have the root access. That's why it is telling you that you are having a permission denied. You can simply you can put like sudo user del Rajesh test. Now you don't able to see any of the user which got created with Rajesh test. Okay. So now with this we have come to end of our Linux series day number 1 with all the basic daily usage commands. Now I will be sharing you this document which is Unix commands repo for your usage as well. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to this video and channel, and do support me for any other videos as well. Thank you very much guys. Bye.